what's really cool is you just shit. Hi, welcome back to AJ's little shed shop. Today I'm going to be installing this. I know you have no idea what that is. Well, I'm sick and tired of opening my windows and having bloody bugs come flying in because flies do my nutting. Oh yes, they do. And then of course spiders come in with that too, and then you get ants come in because they're just feeling left out, and then everything else decides it's going to come in. So over the years what we've done is we've had those fly nets, bug nets that you put over your windows, and we've had them stuck there with Velcro. And that stuff is just a piece of shit. It really is. It works, it leaves gaps, and it just tears the crap out of the mesh netting that goes over it and the net curtains. Exactly, thank you Mrs S. So today we're going with the new version, which is magnets. That is unbelievably heavy, and I think it's a fiberglass net mesh that goes over the windows. Unfortunately, it's not big enough to do my whole ruddy window, so it's only doing the two big windows, which I think is more important because the little window is just a little window. If you're going to open a window, you might as well open the big windows, right? And it's very hot at the moment, and you will probably notice that because I will probably change colour. Thing is though, we have to get the old shit off of the windows, which is hard and crusty and horrible. Now, I've already got round to removing the actual Velcro parts themselves, but man, that's left a mess. So we're going to go through pretty much everything I've got today, I think, to try and remove it. And then we're going to stick up the new magnetic mesh net thing. And hopefully it works. It's going to create a seal around the windows. Love that idea. So this is the crap that I'm talking about. It's hard and sticky, and it's just horrible. So tools that I've got for this: sticky stuff remover, which I'm pretty sure is mostly IPA, Dettol spray to clean down afterwards to make it smell nice, and just in case, we got the heavy hard hitting stuff, isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%, where it takes the skin off your fingers if you're not careful. So first of all, you're going to need some gloves. Yes, gloves on, just cotton pads. Sorry Mrs S, had to steal them. Because these hold this stuff much better, and it's better than using up kitchen roll that's just going to disintegrate. So cotton pads, sticky stuff remover, and then we're just going to slap it on. So it has a bath in it essentially. There. Now once that has soaked in for a while, we then start to the heavy hitting cleaning. Now if you can't get it off easily, you might want to resort to a scraper. You might want to use something that's blunt though, because obviously UPVC is plastic and you don't want to gouge it out. Or even a store card or an old credit card, that might work. So I'm going to use my wonderful rule, but it's okay because it just means I get to buy another one. And use this because it's not sharp, and scrape nice and lightly just to get it off. So this one has been soaking for about 10 minutes now. And just give that a little wipe. And that's mostly come off. And we just take your scraper and just lightly take the rest of that shit off. I'm going to get the rest of those done. We'll be back in a bit. Is it wicked? We're rubbing it. We're rubbing it like this. Okay, right, now we have got all this window nice and clean, and it's now nice and dry, ready to be stuck onto. I've been through the instructions because, you know, I've not done this before. Now what it says to do is we take this magnetic strip, which is adhesive on one side, and we put it along the window top and bottom and up the sides. Then we take this magnetic strip and we stick it to it. And then from that, we place this wonderful looking mesh. I mean, it is quite nice over the top. You don't worry about cutting that yet, unless of course it's way too big, and it gets held in place, the mesh, with these little tiny clips. And then we go over the top with this, and it clamps the mesh in place, removing the temporary holders along the way. It recommends doing top to bottom and then side to side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow the instructions because, like I said, I've not done this and I probably balls it up the first time. We opened up the mesh just to see what it was like. make sure it's okay. And what it doesn't say in the instructions or in the information on Amazon where I actually bought this from, there was two. It says nothing about there being two, which is awesome. So I'm thinking, one must be a spare, just in case you damage one. I said nothing about it. How good is that? Let's carry on. I'm going to hold this in place here, just bring it down without sticking it down to where I think I want it to be. I'm going to mark it with my thumb now. Good old scissors. That's my two sides done. Let's get them stuck. Ooh, unpeel that. I think what I'll do is I'll stick a bit. Ooh, oh, that is strong stick. Shit. It's best make sure it's definitely where you want it. Yes, where I want it. Oh my God, that's insane. Oh, shit. No. Oh. Bloody hell. I just turned to Ron Weasley in. Bloody hell. So English. Everyone speaks like Ron. No, they don't. Bloody hell. Ah, bollocks. Wow. I'm guessing that's a 3M. Apply some pressure. All the way, up and down. Got a line on the magnet. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's a north and south or... Oh, son of a bitch. I think it is.
You're going to flip it?
I'm going to flip it. So this line is on the inside on both sides. Yeah, I think it might be wise. Wise. Me saying something that might be wise. That's a joke. Right, make sure it's in the right place. Definitely the right height. There is a lot less gap on this side of the window. Not that I think you need any pressure. I mean, it kept sticking to me. That stuff's unbelievable. Now, to measure across. Also, when measuring across, you stick it so it comes up to that magnet. Tits! Maybe it'd be easier just to measure this exactly. That's stuck to my radiator and cut. I'm keeping this line on the inside all the way around because I have no idea, but I think it will be all right. Now this bit's gonna be tough because I'm just gonna be, I don't know, eyeballing it. I'm so short. It's not funny. You're so mean. She's so mean to me. Oh, that just grabbed. I didn't think I wanted it to, but it's gone there now. And then, well, if I've measured it right, it should meet pretty much. Get that will do. Oh, it's so warm. Look at the state of me. I'm a completely different bloody colour. I'm going to do the next bit and then I'll show you the rest in a minute. This is the weird profile part that the mesh goes over, and it's also got that line exactly the same as the magnet strip that we stuck. Now, I've already put on my two sides and the top part, and I worked out if you go line to line, you get a good adhesion. If you go the other way, it comes off of the poles and doesn't quite stick as well. So if you're getting these, go line to line. I mean, this stuff's cool. And you take it to the end, grabbing my scissors, and then just cut. And this is a tough cut. Next up is the mesh. So we're going to pop the mesh on here. I think what I'll do is I'll work side to side, because then I've got the bottom height that I want. Bottom height? That doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah. Whoop. This is not going to be easy. No.
This is not this job.
This is 10 person.
That's what you're retaining.
Hold that there. Get your clip. And it holds that there. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I'm losing all my clips. Bit of tension. And that'll keep that corner there. Clip that there. These are only temporary. Temporary clip. Temporary clip. And a temporary clip. So with that all temporaried up, this is what those temporary clips are. Now with this stuff goes all the way to the corners and it meets up. So I'm thinking exactly the same as what the strips are, all the way top to bottom, left to right, same as those strips. And then we get these corners and they slide over these pieces like this. So one will go in like that and the other will meet up to it like that. So this now goes on and I'll be back to show you this in a mo. So my colour change is obviously down to about here. Yep, told you it's hot. Me and Mrs. Shedshop have wrestled into place because it's like a wrestling match. This side and this side. I'm just getting in this bottom one and then I've got the top one to do. So these are the retaining clips just to hold it in place, the netting. And what you do is you bend this back and force it on, I suppose, with your thumb, like that. And then it sandwiches the netting in place. You just go and go and go and there, clips over. Knackered. I'm going to get that top one done and then I'll show you what comes next. That's it. Both sides, both tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
Now we're installing these, the corners. I like them because they've been profiled so you can get your thumb underneath or a finger underneath so you can actually lift it up. Because it's all very flexible. Obviously, this is net and the way these apparently work is you slide one end. I have no idea how this works. What am I talking about? One end in like that. Get it now. You slide the other end in like that. And then you snap it all back in place like that. One rigid corner. By the way, that really hurts the thumbs. I'm going to continue putting these on. Hopefully it'll be a bit easier than that one. So you just pull off one that you've already popped on. Bloody thing. So we'll slide one on. Just peel that back. Slide that on. Look at this one. Slide that in and then snap this. Oh, Jesus, back, place, and that's it. Just like that. Now I'll do the other two. Well, that's it. This is now up. All four corners are on. What's really cool is you just pull it and it all comes off. It's okay because it's definitely not a one. This is not a one person put up. Or is it? Hold on. Let's have a go. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Done.
Son of a diddly.
Not
I was just explaining to Mrs. Shedshop just how good this is going to be. And, you know, there we go. Balls it up on my first pull. But anyway, what's really cool is these corners keep it nice and rigid. And yes, if you want to, you can literally just pull that down. Close the window. Back up it goes. Now this stuff is the grey mesh. So I suppose it kind of gives it a bit of a
sunscreen.
A slight sunshade, sunscreen. Probably not. But I would suggest not doing it too tight. You know, so you can bounce the coin off of it. Doing! Because obviously when your windows are closed, if it's too tight, they're going to come through it. That's up. There is one other thing that this does come with, and it is these weird clips. Apparently you clip on the side like that, and the sticky bit sticks to the magnetic strip behind. So they call these the windproof buckles. And I suppose they would stick on there. If it's too windy, it stops it from being blown in. But the magnet on this is quite substantial. And as it's all the way round, I don't think that's going to get blown off there in a hurry. So I'm not going to be using them. Unless, of course, we do come along one day and it has been blown down, or I suppose a cat probably has jumped through the window. Our cat probably. Bloody cat. We can now have the windows open as much as we want. No flying bugs and shit or spiders, or I don't even think ants will get through that mesh. It is a very tight woven mesh, and oh my god, this is strong. That is strong stuff. Once it's done, you take it down, you cut off your excess around the outside, put on your buckles if you want to. No, job done. Now with the excess, there's enough to do a strip that goes across that and a bit that comes down on each side. And I'm thinking we could put this on a spare wall in one of the sheds or the outside toilet. Yes, I have one of them, and it will be the place to hang it. So it's out of the way and no one will damage it while it's not being used. Anyway, this has been Ady's Little Shed Shop. I'm Ady. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed how to install one of these magnetic bug window screen things. Much better than those horrible Velcro sticky-onnies. Please like, subscribe, click for notifications, and we'll see you again soon.